Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube. It is time for another episode of The Legend of Zelda, the No Death Run. Now, we just got the recorder in level 5. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. Okay, here we are at 2. And we can't get the 100 bomb upgrade. Oops, I meant to hit him with my boomerang. We can't get the 100 bomb upgrade in 5 until we have the step ladder. And the step ladder is from 4. And I would like to have the magical sword before I go too far into 4, I think. And the way to do that, we need 2 more hearts to get the magical sword, and there's 1 in the overworld. But we need the step ladder to get it. So I'm thinking we'll go to 4, we'll try to get the step ladder, but not beat it. And I don't know if that can be done, actually. And then we'll go to 7 and beat that, and then we'll have enough hearts to get the magical sword. Where am I going? I'm trying to go to 4 here. Haven't played this since last time I recorded, so little bit rusty, as they say in French or Greek or something. But yeah, that's the plan. So I hope you guys are excited for that, and I also hope that you're having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty good day. Having a day of mixed emotions, I suppose. My wife is flying to China today, if you can believe that. She is going with my sister there to adopt a little girl, a little 2-year-old girl. So that's exciting. My sister is doing that while her husband, my brother-in-law, does not travel along with, so that he can use his time off once they get back. And so he can spend it, instead of in China trying to get the kid, in China, or in Minnesota, USA, once she comes home, the baby comes home. So that's exciting. I'm gonna miss my wife though. She's gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. Okay, let's see, level 4, and we wanna get the step ladder. And can we do that without beating the dungeon? Yes, we can. Once we get 3 screens up from these 3 screens, then we can. Hey, a key. Whoop, okay. Just ignore these guys for now. We are going to need the candle for this room. And I'm going to ignore those bouncy blue guys as much as I can, because when you hit them with the white sword, which is why it's nice having the magical sword, they turn into 2 keys, and keys don't drop anything. Now, I will hit them to get them out of my way, but I'm not going to clear the room. Okay, there's another key. Let's not hit any of these guys with the candle, because they'll split also, but the white sword will defeat them. And they are good about dropping stuff. Look, rupees. We got 1 rupee, we got 5 rupees, we got a heart, and we got another 1 rupee. Okay, let's see here. Now I want to go up 1 more screen, and then right, to get the step ladder, and then we will be out of here. These guys take away the use of your sword temporarily. No big deal. In the second quest, which we will be playing on the channel eventually, at least that is the plan. We'll see how it goes. There are different kinds of those things that take away your sword use permanently, and ones of a different color that give you back your use of your sword. But sometimes they're not in the same room, and so you have to actually backtrack to use your sword. Now this room is not so bad, but it's kind of perfect for Dungeon 4, I think, like progression-wise with the game, because these guys will eat your magic shield, these likes, pancake monsters. Just a stack of pancakes looking to eat your shield. And so that's what makes this room perilous. That costs you 90 rupees, and that's only if you found the best shop. So very perilous indeed, even though it's easy if you know what you're doing. And I don't mind getting hit by those guys. I'll just take my time and use my boomerang to keep this guy holding still until I get the use of my sword back. And there we go. So you come to this room. It's not that deep into 4. And then you can get the stepladder. And what the stepladder does is it allows you to complete 4, complete 5. I believe it's required to complete 5. And get an extra heart container in the overworld. Most importantly. As well as, what else does it let you do? Oh, it lets you get the 100 rupee, or you pay 100 rupees to get the first bomb upgrade in 5. You can't get that before you get the stepladder, so very important to know. So with this very valuable item, we are going to run away. Oh, this is the room with the diagonal blocks. The diagonal pattern of blocks. Ooh, made it through without getting scathed. Unscathed, as they say in Greek or Mesopotamian. However that goes. Ah! Okay. No, thank you. Let's just get out of here. Enough is enough. Okay, so what's next? I suppose the heart container is next. We could get the bomb upgrade before 7. And I suppose that makes sense. Also, in order to get into 7, we do need the recorder, which we picked up in 5, that flute item, the Mario 3 warp whistle. So, I'm kind of figuring out what I consider to be a semi-optimal path based on my desire to do a no-death run. I don't know if I've done a no-death run of this game before successfully. I feel like I've tried. I feel like I've wanted to. I just don't remember if I succeeded. Now, did I get the magic book? I didn't. Okay, so you know what? We can stop and do that on the way too. That'll be kind of fun. I can show you guys how to do that. We want this item that's in here in Dungeon 8 before we go into 6. And it's just 2 rooms away. The first room is the Dungeon 3 boss, a manhandler. Let's see if we can take him out with a single bomb. Nope. Now we gotta hit him with our sword. We could use bombs, but meh. Alright, then we have this room, which looks a lot like a lot of rooms, but it's not so bad because these red guys are a little more easily defeated. This is why I think it's okay to do this out of order, even though it's Dungeon 8. Because the red Darknuts don't take that many hits. And yeah, so you don't, in my opinion, you don't need the magical sword to get through these rooms well. So I think that's the key. Ow. Although it certainly does help. Sometimes the worst thing you can do with those Darknuts once they've hit you is run. It's easier to just sort of let them turn on their own, and then while you're getting hurt and can't get hurt more, you hit them because they turn. So you don't even really have to, like, as long as you're facing a different direction than them, a different direction other than 180 degree opposed to them, if your hitbox hits their hitbox, they get hurt, as long as your sword is out. And so what I mean by that is sometimes it feels like you do them damage when you shouldn't have been able to. That was actually a little more perilous than I thought, although I'm playing a little fast and loose despite this being a no-death run. This is where the game will get tricky again, I think, eventually. Once we... I don't think 7 will be too bad, and once we get the magic sword, then 4 and 5 should be a breeze. But then will come 6, and then 8, and then 9, and that's where we're in the danger zone again. I think the 2 dangerous times in the game are probably... dead end. Are probably, Can I get all the way east going this way? Yeah. The beginning of the game when you've got 3 or 4 hearts and no blue ring and the wooden sword and all that. The regular sword, the brown sword. The sword as opposed to the white sword or, ooh, I want it. The magical sword. So the beginning and then later on. Okay, I think it's this way. Yep, right here. Give me a heart. No? Fine. Woohoo! Okay, now, 7. I suppose if we can get to 3, we'll have an easy walk to 7. And we'll also be close to a fairy. So here's 1. We're already on that. Now, if you face right, this should take us to 2, because we've already gotten the Triforce piece in 2. And then if we blow the whistle again, it should take us to 3, which is close to 7 and to a fairy. Yep, here's 3. Perfecto. Okay, let's take the recorder off. We got red medicine, which is good. Not that I think 7 will demand it. And I guess, you know, what we'll do is we'll get the second bomb upgrade first. We'll get the one that's in 7. I don't want to go back into 7 once after this. So we'll just solve it completely. Now I do have, I don't know if you can hear the pages turning, but I have an old school guide, an actual book. It came with the GameCube Wind Waker demo that also had, whoops, that's not the recording. That also had Zelda's 1 and 2 and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask all on a GameCube disc, which is pretty neat. I have the bait, right? I do. Okay, good. But yeah, so with this guide on me, I may be referencing it from time to time. The old man in the darkness wants to tell you where the Triforce is. Oh, I don't care. Now, Dungeon 7 is one of my favorites in the game. In fact, I sat down and made a list of why I like all the dungeons in the game, and I think 7 might have been, like, the very top of the list. Ooh. Because it's just such a nice break after... Oh, this room doesn't look like what the guide said it would look like. Move Moblin, 34, okay. It's such a nice break after 6, in my opinion. Boy, a lot of these guys. I don't see any reason to... I do remember 7 being confusing, and I definitely don't have it memorized. So we will do what we can to make this easy on ourselves. 33, Mo Bombs. All right, we're already there. Now this ought to bring us from 8 to 12. That would be cool if it would bring you to 16. Then everyone should go to Dungeon 7 first. Okay, I don't think defeating those guys gets you anything. Where on earth? How do I get... Oh, move Moblin, 34. 2 rooms north of here. Alright, hold on a sec, guys. I'm looking at this map and I don't see how to get north of where we are right now. This is not a great guide, it doesn't say. Can we bomb right here? No. Can we bomb... No, we don't want to bomb there because it's easy enough to get into that room without bombs. Just go down right and then up. But yeah, the guide, unless I'm, oh, you jerks. Give me a heart. Somebody give me a heart. Heart me. That'll do. Ooh, I wonder what's to the right. Oh, a secret. And, okay, yeah, the guide does not show that door there. It shows a wall there. So, beware, I guess. We're gonna have to kill all these guys in order to get through the door. But that's no problem. Okay. Now we're in good shape. We could bomb right, but what we want to do, oh, hello, is go left and then up. And then we'll feed the this guy. Grumble, grumble. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can set this anywhere. But it does use it up. You can use the bait other times in the game and it doesn't use it up. But when you give it to that guy, he eats it for good. Okay, now we want to get... Oh, I see. Okay, we want to get all the way up and then all the way right. $35. What is 35? Oh yeah, the red candle. Okay, that'll be handy. Oh my. A little bit of slowdown there. Lots of enemies on the screen. Alright, that gives us a bit more of a picture of where we're at. The map is actually helpful. Okay, we don't need to kill all these guys unless we're trying to get down. And right now we're not. And I don't know if we ever will. Okay, right, and then... Yeah, 7 is definitely confusing. I do recommend a guide for it, although it's rewarding to figure it out on your own, which is what I did as a kid. But yeah, it's difficult. I definitely should have my boomerang out right now. I like how the orange guys throw, well, they all throw actually, regular boomerangs, but they look like magical boomerangs. I think they're holding whatever you're holding. Like, that's how they decide what sprite to use for their boomerang in the game. But they still act like regular boomerangs, which is funny. Okay, now you can strike up through a half block like this if you're striking up. If they're trapped in there and you can't reach them, you can leave the room and come back and they may appear outside of that area. So there's a handy little pro tip for you. Oh, it's cool that you can hear the boss from the downstairs of a room that's next to the boss. That's what we're hearing right now. That is the boss breathing. Oh, we're in the eye too. That's kind of cool. Okay, we need to keep moving east. There we go. East, 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 north, east. Into the tip of the nose, which will allow us access to the boss. And since we have the red candle and we have our upgrade, let's see, what's up? Looks like nothing good. Then we're already almost done, which is outstanding. And, oh. Okay, so what you want to do with this guy is be close when you blow the recorder. Maybe not getting hurt close, because that bounces you back. And then, oh, shoot. These guys get going so fast. The boomerang really is helpful if you can kind of accidentally get one. Okay, one left. All right, we got him. Whew, those guys cook. Fortunately, the boss is not too tough. We could actually use these guys as a bomb refill, because like I said, you can use two. It's pretty easy to use 2 bombs on one and get a 4-bomb drop. Oh, this room. These guys, and then the wall masters. Oh, it's so mean. You know what? Maybe I should actually have the candle on me. Yeah, because they die in 2 hits. And these bubbles don't take away the use of your candle. That's actually really clever. I wonder if they put the red candle in this dungeon on purpose to pair with this room. Here's the block we want to push. And this will take us to a new, previously inaccessible part of the dungeon. Oh, don't hit that. Okay. Yeah, and then we're just one room away from, an easy boss. Oh, Peter, don't die. Okay. Oh man, if I died and had to start the whole dumb series over, that would be dumb. Okay, bombs do work on this guy, but I don't see a need. Now he does have more health than before, but not much. Light sword does him in pretty good. You don't need the magical sword. I think he's a joke with the magical sword. May take 2 hits. But that's it. That's our 12th heart container. Which means the very next order of business is the magical sword. Then we'll do 4 and 5. I don't really care what order. We're not too far from the magical sword either. Oh, you know what? Let's make use of our red candle. It's easier to find secrets when you can use the candle as many times as you like on one screen. Is it 30? Oh, it's just 10. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. What will we be closer to? I suppose we could blow the whistle once we get the magical sword. Or, you know what? Actually, I think we'll probably go... Oh, you jerks. You guys good with drops? You ever see someone defeat 6 Lionels in 20 seconds? Not in Breath of the Wild, you don't. But in this game, it's not so bad. Alright, so the magical sword is the best sword in the game. There's no master sword. And it is in the top right corner of the graveyard behind a stone that does not produce a ghost when you touch it. I always remember it's one of the middle two. I don't always remember which side it is first. Master using it, and you can have this. So master, I think, is the verb of the sentence. If you can master using this sword, then you can keep it. Okay, this is 6. But now, you know what? Let's clear this room. Almost. So that it will be easier when we come back. Look at that. We're already on the boomerang. I always assume I'm never on what I want to be on when it comes to the B button. I do believe... that there is something here. Oh, it's a medicine shop. Did we use any medicine? We did not. Back to the boomerang. So there's a medicine shop if you need it. Oh wait, aren't we close to the power bracelet? Or... yeah, we need it. Oh, need it to open this up. So that's a really good next thing to do since we're close. So we're just east of Dungeon 6 here, and those 4, there's a secret, and you unlock the secret by getting this power bracelet right here. We don't need to do that right now, though. We're already pretty close to 5, so maybe let's just go ahead and do 5. Yeah. Is one of these bombable? I don't remember. It feels like it, but I don't think that's right. Oh, I bet this is. I'm trying to remember. You know what, actually, 4 might be a better idea than 5, just because we don't have the 100 rupees to... Oh, look! There's the magical shield for 90. So, I only knew... that shop is similar to the Burn Bush shop next to the... one screen over from where you get the heart container with the candle. by burning the bush. So, I mean, can we get enough money to do 5 justice right now? You know what? I guess while we're here... Oh, except I can't get out by going to the right. No, I think I want to go to 4 so I can get some more rupees. All right, 4 it is. Oh, too close to the edge of the screen to... Wait a minute. Okay. Facing left, where's that going to take me? 7? No, 2. Is 2 close to 4? Not as close as 3 is. I like Dungeon 3 a lot. As a place to warp to. Also a place to grab a few rupees, I suppose. As long as we're right here, we may as well just go 2 screens in. Get some good stuff. I wonder if I should read up on the bait. And see what enemies it actually works on. Because if it was useful for like Whiz robes or something, that would be amazing and kind of a good idea to buy before Dungeon 6. Okay, there's a 5er and another 5. I was starting to worry I wasn't going to get very much from these guys. Hello. Why did you go all the way into that dead end? I do not know. My head is cold. The basement is cold. If you guys don't know, the basement is recorded in a real basement. It's recorded in my basement. And actually, a few days ago, I took everything out of the corner of the basement that we record in and vacuumed really well, painted the walls, and then only put back what's needed. So there's a lot of wires missing that are normally sitting out waiting for us to, just in case we decide we want to record a console we don't normally record. There's all those plugs and controllers and stuff just laying around on the floor because it's impossible to keep organized. Where am I going? 4. But yeah, I mean, all that we have right now is just the bare minimum to get the computer going and the Nintendo Switch and to hook them up and record. It's really, really bare bones right now, and it feels super clean and nice and enjoyable, and I'm grateful for that. So there you go. Ted has not seen this setup yet, but he's coming over tonight as I record this. It's February 28th as I'm recording, in case you're curious. Okay, level 4, the snake. Now, before we went and got the ladder, what we want to do is just continue... sort of along the path that we did before. Yeah, see, now these guys die in a single hit, and I think they even drop something sometimes. Like bombs. Like bombs. So yeah, we are going to try and cruise through this dungeon. That'll be fun. There is a manhandler, the boss of Dungeon 3, waiting for us in a room that we do not need to go in. So we want to be careful about that. I love these guys' eyes just floating in the dark. It's so great. Yeah, and it's actually right here. There's a manhandler right there. So we're gonna skip that and go this way. This guide I'm looking at is garbage. Thanks a lot. The official Nintendo Player's Guide. Official guide for Nintendo Power. Just terrible. This is the room that... Ow. I do want this guy to die. Just in case he gives me something good. That's the useless map room. Maybe I was misreading the map. I closed the guide. Enough's enough. Okay, this room. Yeah, maybe I was misreading it. I think this room is the one that it was cautioning me not to go north in. You may notice it's the same pattern. Yeah, and it's just a doorway, not a bombable. Let's see if... Yep, okay, perfect. This room is a strange shape. I mean, this dungeon is a strange shape, although this room is too. Okay, let's go into the eye. And then we're going to want to continue through and swing east again, I do believe. All right, we've got enough rupees for our bomb upgrade in Dungeon 5 whenever we're ready for that. So that's exciting. Where's the boss? Oh, we're almost there, okay. I hear him. You doggone stinko. Oh, good, okay. Let's try and keep our beams. That makes this boss easier. I don't think any of these bee items help us, except for obviously the medicine if we need it. There's not another item in here, is there? I don't think so. We got the stepladder, and that's all. Yeah, shoot this guy from a distance. Once one of his heads pops off, though, then it shoots fireballs, and it's better to just get in close and personal, I think, and hack away. Boy, I like that boss a lot better with the magical sword. We're gonna start cutting through this game like a hot knife through butter. At least for this dungeon and the next one. Okay, good. Now we want to get to 5. And the quickest way, I think, to do that will be to use our power bracelet. We'll go to the fairy, the first fairy that I think of when I think of a fairy. Wait, you know what? First, though, let's kill these guys. Just for some drops. Okay, then we'll continue the way we were going, and we'll get to the fairy here. And we'll push a rock aside and open a secret stairway. This rock is only pushable with the power of the power bracelet. Whoop. And yeah, then if this old man ever comes out of his cloud here. Oh, here's Money Road, as I like to call it. Just because these guys are generous with drops. But we'll just do the one screen and then pop back in. This will either take us near 6 or here, and here is where I was hoping it would, because we were really close to 5 now. And here we are. Okay, so we're gonna go into 5 and get our upgrade, our bomb upgrade, and then conquer it. And we'll be down to just 2 dungeons and 2 heart containers to go. Hoya! Okay, so first, the bomb upgrade. We're gonna go left and beat up on some... I'll leave these guys be, just in case they might drop me some health later if I'm struggling in this room. Oh man, the magic sword helps so much. And the beams. Ha 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 ha. Take that, childhood trauma. This room caused me fits as a kid. And it's just nice to sort of cruise through it. Way too many hearts. And way too strong a sword for this dungeon. Alright, here's why you need the stepladder to get the upgrade, is because you have to bomb east of this room. And you can't get low enough to do that. Or to, at least to travel through the bomb hole without the stepladder. So we are spending a lot of rupees in this episode, but that's okay. Right, now we have to go back the way we came. And essentially start the dungeon over, kind of. But with two very important parts of it out of the way. The bomb upgrade and the recorder. Alright, so here we are in the blue Darknut room. Gonna have some Gibdos, i.e. mummies, in here. And some more in here. And we can ignore these as well. Except maybe we want to kill them because maybe we want to go up. The sword's a lot more effective, but it's kind of fun to watch them recoil from the flame. Okay, I think that the map is in the room to the north, but you can't reach it if you go through that locked door. I believe. I am going on memory again here. Unlike when I had the guide out earlier. Well, making our money back, but now we're down a half heart, so we can't shoot our beams anymore. Alright, so here's the room that we would have had to get in with the locked, with the key. Oh, and we need to use the key to get the map. Okay. Well, we don't need it. You gonna give me a heart? Anyone gonna give me a heart? Bombs, it's nice, except I already had 16. Oh, a key. I'll take that. Skipping a lot of rooms and skipping a lot of enemies does mean missing out on a lot of... Ow! Oh, I was so grateful for the stepladder in this room as a kid because Darknuts can't get you when you're standing directly over the ketchup. Now these guys, I definitely recommend bow and arrow for these guys because they take a lot of hits, even with the magical sword. And most people, when they get to Dungeon 5, only have the white sword, so there you go. Okay, now I just think we have a long ways west to go to finish up this dungeon here. There is a useless room. Oh, look at these guys. Usually they drop rupees, so even though it takes a rupee to fire an arrow, it's usually a net gain, but we're not that worried about rupees, so. Okay, now there's not gonna be 3 of these little guys like there was in 7, so that helps quite a bit. And 2 shots of the magic sword will do it. We've got ourselves another heart container and another piece of Triforce. 6 down, 2 to go. Dungeon 6 and Dungeon 8. Dungeon 6 also contains the, oh, see, now I want to go this way. I suppose this is still the quickest way. I wanted to go east of there to access a fast travel point, the power bracelet fast travel point. And get to 6 quickly, but you can't go east from that room. That is a ripoff. If you pay her 5, she says it's not enough, but takes it anyway. If you pay her 10, she says it's not enough, but takes it anyway. And if you pay her 20, she tells you something you already know because you watched this video. So, that's that. I wouldn't worry too much about anything. Anything at all. In this life, you will have many troubles, but who, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? Nobody, that's right. Oh, I didn't want that clock, because I can't kill these guys because they are both flying. Oh well, where's Dungeon 6? Let's get there. Come on. Come on now, come on, come on, come on. There's the power bracelet. We already got it. There's the quick travel. It hasn't shown up yet because we haven't gone through that particular stairway. But we could push the rock aside and force it. See? Look how we killed everything but that one. Now we're, sitting pretty when it comes to that room. This is the only spot I know with 2 entrances already open when you enter the enter the screen in the game. I like going in the middle right here. Alright, Dungeon 6. We have not been in here yet. I do believe that going to the right is a waste of time. So we'll start right. It may give us a key, but meh. In fact, maybe we should try it just to get the key. I think what ends up being the waste of time is you go north from the room to the east of us, and it's an old man telling you a secret that you don't need to know, and the text scrolls so painfully slowly. I actually like these orange whiz robes because they're pretty predictable and they're decent with drops. And there's a key. Perfect. So we're not going to waste the key getting the clue from the old man, which is also a dead end, but we're going to go this way, which is progress. The blue whiz robes are much trickier. They travel around, they can go diagonal, they can go in doorways, they can phase through blocks. And I have found that if they have you in their line of sights, they fire mercilessly. So it's best to move along the lines like this, rather than on the even squares like this. And they will cause damage. So the best thing you can do is not play defense too much, but just cause as much damage as you can. Now, I do believe there's a 3-headed dragon like the 2-headed dragon at the end of 4. Soon. And we want to... oh boy. We want to avoid it if we can. Ow. Trying to use my sword. There we go. Oh! Yeah, he started firing because he saw me. Hey, not bad, not bad. All right. This acts as an effective enough boomerang. It doesn't stop them, but it does back them up if they're traveling toward you. Doesn't affect them if they're moving sideways to it. I mean, it hurts them, but that's all. We do want to avoid the 3-headed Gliok if we can. I forget if it's here or the next screen. We'll try it on the next screen. But you can go east and sort of cut off the corner. I think it's probably this room. See how they just go right through the blocks? It's insanity. Stand on the cracks and hack away. Okay, let's try bombing from here. As soon as it works, I'm going east, because I do not want to run into that 3-headed dragon. Enough's enough with those dragons. The 2-headed dragon is tough, although it's okay with the... Ow, why did I do that? Oh, that was dumb. I'm going to go out and come back in. That should turn one of the 2 blue whiz robes into an orange whiz robe. They're so much easier to fight. Ow. Okay. I'm guessing up. I think down might be to... Oops, didn't want to do that. One of them is to get the magic wand, and one of them is to solve the dungeon. Well, that was a disaster. Come on, orangey. Okay. I think it's the magic wand. Otherwise, it might just be a passage to... Oh, yep. Okay, so we're gonna defeat the boss of the dungeon instead. Okay, let's get to safety for a second here. Don't take my magic shield. All right. The boss is just to the left of us, but I think we have to go down, left, up to actually... What is my problem? To actually get to him. I hope this room isn't hard. Oh, it's just a key. Yeah, and when they're firing at you, don't swing your sword, but let the, it's Goma. Gotcha. Shoot it in its big dumb eye with an arrow. It does close its eye as a part of its pattern, and you can't. It's impervious to all when its eye is closed. So you gotta wait for it to open its eye, but sometimes right when you walk into the room, it opens its eye and is right in front of the doorway, which is very handy. Okay, dungeon 6 down, sort of. Let's go get the magic wand, though. So we're gonna follow the same path that we followed before, except when we come to that split where I went south instead of north through a locked door, we will go north through the locked door, use one of our 5 keys. How about some rupees? All right, I'll take it. 93. If we lose our magic shield, we can buy another one pretty easily now, which is great. And if we don't, we can buy the bait just for fun, just to be completionists. Or if we use our medicine, we can go get more medicine. So rupees are a handy thing to have in the game. Ow! Oh, this is the bad thing about doing the boss first, is you get stuck in this room. Okay, forgive me while I'm concentrating here. Ow. Boy, he saw me on the line. So I guess they can see a half square north of them, or above them. Ow. Okay. Right, so here's our locked door that we didn't do before. Let's just keep moving. Down to 4 hearts is bad enough. Okay, here, take advantage of these guys. Let's see if we get a key out of this. Oh, we get the map. Okay, now up, I think, is useless. Left is a bad idea. Right has got to be where the magic wand is. And then maybe up from here? Okay, one more. Ow! Alright, I don't remember which one of these it is. I am gonna use a medicine. I'm trying to think, because these 2 rooms are very similar and I always get confused here. Let's see if my handy dandy guide will actually do a good job. 32 is the magic wand. We're about to go north into the wrong room. If my guide is correct. I've lost a little bit of faith in it. So I think north of that room is actually really hard. And all it does is unlock the door behind you to let you out. In this room, it's actually a bit easier. There's 3 blue and 1 orange, so let's kill the orange and come back and see if we get 2 blue and orange. And we do. That really is helpful. Whew! Never thought I'd get through that room unscathed. Should have saved my medicine. Nah, not really. It's fine. Alright, now Dungeon 6 is completely complete. Even so far as the map and the compass are concerned. So now we just need to get out. Ow. Let's not go left. Stupid 3-headed dragon. For any of you who think that you are sad to be missing the 3-headed dragon, there is a worse dragon coming up in the game that is not optional, so never fear. I think if I were doing this dungeon again for the first time, I would go north first, get the wand, and then it's only a couple of rooms backtracking to come down here and go defeat Goma, and then you get your health fill up, and they exit you from the dungeon, so you don't have to walk out. Holy smokes, those guys hurt. Okay, yeah, I gotta push the block. Alright, south, 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 and then out. These rooms should have restocked by now, and we may get some good drops from these friendly guys. I'm more interested in rupees than hearts now, because getting out's not too perilous, and we can always go visit a fairy in the overworld. Ow. Feels good to have that bottom row full. At least 8 hearts going on. That's always nice. Let's kill these orange guys and see if we can get a drop. It's kind of spooky the way they surround you. Well, that was a fail. I finished with a heart less than I started that room with. But I did get a little bit of currency. Okay, let's see. 8 is next. So I guess we can take... and I should buy some medicine. So we're down to blue in our inventory there. If you buy a blue and you own a blue, you get a red. So that's outstanding for us. And we don't have enough money to buy really anything else. But I don't think we want to buy anything else. Let's fill up on health here. Think about this. We're gonna get the magical key in Dungeon 8. We could, which will go up top between the stepladder and the power bracelet. And we're gonna get bait from a shop. We could if we wanted to. And then I think that's it. Yeah, because it's the magic key and the magic book, both in 8. I knew there were 2 items, but we already got one. So yeah, it's on to 8. We're not that far away from it. I'm not confident we can make short work of it. I think it's pretty difficult dungeon. Why did I leave just one of you? It's so handy to have all of them because they're so good at dropping money. I remember Dungeon 8 having a lot of... I remember the basic shape of it. Oops. Even without the guide. It's a lion's head and it's facing to the left. So to the right, that's like a column of every other room is a room and alternates between like room and empty space and room and empty space. And I don't think... Okay, if we go all the way up... Yeah, we're just gonna go all the way up, and then back down one, and then to the right. Oh, hello. Good grief. No, thank you. Oh, yeah, okay. So a good strategy with this room, actually, is to open this just so that you have somewhere to hide while you come out here and poke at these guys. Ow. The fireballs do make this room difficult, but the statues make it likely that the Darknuts turn one column away from the far right of the room. Like if they're coming east at you all the way north or south, then when they hit that statue, they'll turn. So they spend a lot of time in this column right here, which makes them an easy target for you from the doorway. See, just like that, except he turned. Whoops, it's not a boomerang. Oh, okay. Ha! Give it to me! Ah. Okay, there is a compass to the right. We don't want it. Wonder if we'll get a key for defeating these guys. Yeah, this dungeon is mean. None of the room, well, I don't know about none of the rooms. All the rooms we've been in so far aren't insane, but they're just ratcheting it up with the fact that you can't use your sword. Wow, the blue guys are a little faster. Did you see that? Rewind a few seconds. When the blue and the orange guy were heading straight down, the blue guy was behind but catching up. Okay, we just need to put a bomb here and get out. Okay, we will travel to the right from that room eventually, but we'll do that after we get the item here. Okay. Oh man, all right, we gotta. So the magic shield does not block the fireballs from Goma, but it does block the ones from the statue. So if you stay all the way down here. Oh! That's usually okay for those purposes. What is to the right? To the right is the magic key. So that's where we're going. And then we'll go down right to the boss. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm actually okay with those Darknuts being inside there. Would have been nice if it was both the blues, actually. Oh, we're already on arrows. Okay. Those guys can go in the doorway, too. See that? The Pole's voice. As far as I know, it's just them and the Whiz robes that can. Also the little flyy guys around the Patra, which we won't see until Dungeon 9. Those can go in the doorway too. Anything else I think cannot hurt you in the doorway or go in the doorway. So you know it's a serious enemy when it can go in. It's kind of a fun little piece of trivia that the other ones can. Okay, so we did that. Another part of what makes this dungeon difficult is getting lost in it. Unfortunately, we know our way around a bit. So, okay, time to actually clear this room. You know, we have so many bombs. I'm gonna, oh, dang it. I better go to the south door here so I don't accidentally do that. Ow. Wow. All right. So this is the Legend of Zelda. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, it's time to use a medicine. Gotta be careful about not going too far south in the door either, because you'll undo all the damage to the enemies that you've hurt but haven't killed yet. You'll reset their counters. More bombs, I guess? They do seem to be crowding around. Ow. Okay, that's okay. Let's just make this happen now. Can't play too much defense in this game. You really can't. I mean, you can, but not if you're recording. Cool. Okay, so we've got a blue medicine left. We have full health thanks to that fairy drop. It's very exciting. Let's just get through. We don't need to kill those guys because we're not leaving the room. Ow. 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 Okay, it's okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Arrows. Quickly before they spread too much. Alright, alright, alright. We don't need that key, because we now have the magical key. Where are we in relation to the boss? I think... Is it just north of us? I don't remember. Maybe. Let's find out. It is. Oh, it's so cool that you have to bomb into this room. All right, here's a four-headed dragon. So I am not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get up here and slash because these flying heads will wreck you if you give them time. So get the magical sword and follow that strategy. Magical sword and blue ring and lots of heart containers, you'll be fine. But bring medicine with you just in case. Wow, we were just about at an hour, and we made some very good progress today. We have everything except for an upgraded arrow, an upgraded ring, and the bait. The game is complete. The Triforce is complete. We'll go to Dungeon 9 in the next episode. That'll be the finale. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. And until next time, Basement Dwellers, I think that you are more of a bag of mixed emotions than me when my wife gets on a plane to fly to China in the basement.